Okay, that was weird. That was weird. I had to get off and come back in. There was another channel that was coming in. I could hear it. I've never had that happen before. That was bizarre. I thought, what in the world is going on? I've never experienced that before. That is weird. Another channel was coming right in. Did you guys hear it? Was I the only one to hear it? It was like a party line. I've never experienced that before. You guys, did you hear that? I've got to know if you heard that because that is weird. It was like another channel came in and I could hear it. But I wasn't in on anything. I'm on my own live. There was nothing else on. That was bizarre. That freaked me out. That was like, what the heck? Oh, that was bizarre. I've never experienced ever in any of my lives ever through the years going through that. Oh, that blew me away. I couldn't believe it. I thought, what the heck? And I didn't want to stay on because I don't want to have somebody else's channel on mine. Oh, that was weird. That was really weird. It was almost like I had, if I were to have maybe a Zoom or something like that where someone could come in. But even then, I mean, I don't have Zoom, but I would have to let them in, which I didn't. But they just came in. It was like a flippin' party line. I'm so sorry I had to go off like that, but I wanted to make sure that, you don't want to have somebody else's channel in yours streaming it. Oh, that was weird. That was bizarre. Sorry. Yeah, that was weird. I just all of a sudden, yeah, me too. I heard it and I went, wait a minute. What is going on? It came right into my feed. That was weird. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry that I had to get off, but I didn't know what was going on. I thought, what the heck? How is this coming through my feed? Sorry. I'm not going to stay on much longer, but that was bizarre. I mean, I've done lives for many years, and I've never had that happen. That was bizarre. Really bizarre. That's what I was getting ready to say, like a party line. Yes, that's what it reminded me of, a party line. Remember when you'd be on the phone, the old rotary where you'd, and then all of a sudden, yeah, I don't know what's happening to Barbara. She's just not acting right lately. Well, what do you think, Mabel? Well, I don't know. And you're thinking, can I please get in here? I need to make a phone call. I mean, it was bizarre. That is freakazoid. That was freakazoid. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hi, Denise. Denise. I've just been having weird things happen today. Oh my gosh. Thinking my pom-poms are somewhere, having a party line come in while I'm on. Because I'm thinking, does anyone else hear this? What is going on? Oh, that was funny. Hi, Kathy. How are you doing, Kathy? Oh, that was funny. That was bizarre. How could they get through onto mine? I don't have any kind of Zoom or anything. Man, that's weird. That is weird. I'm trying to figure out how it came through. Oh my gosh. What if we start having party lines, you guys? That's kind of scary when you think about it. Oh, you have food prepared for tomorrow? Oh, good. I'm glad. I can't get over that. Oh my God. I remember when we used to have the party lines. So what do you think happened? I don't know. And then sometimes you'd think, well, this sounds pretty interesting. So you didn't want to say anything while you were listening when you were on the party line. And then all of a sudden they'd realize, is there somebody else on here? Do you know if there's somebody else on here? Do you have an extension? Remember how we'd have the phones that, you'd have one in the kitchen and then you'd have one in your bedroom and yada, yada. And they'd say, is somebody else on the line? No, I don't think somebody's else on the line. I'm here. What could there be some? This is what it just reminded me of. Oh my gosh. I know, Kathy. Oh dear. You better believe, oh dear. That was the most bizarre thing I've ever experienced as far as alive. Kind of funny though. Oh my gosh. But I didn't want to intrude on someone, for their life if they didn't know, so I went ahead and hung up and came back on. Not to invade their privacy. They probably didn't even realize. Oh my gosh, that was funny. So, okay, listen, I want to ask a question. I was thinking about this tonight while I was decorating. I remember when I was making Thanksgiving dinner, and you know how you do all the prep the night before, a lot of it, making your pies and getting your stuffing and all that. And I used to like to eat the raw stuffing. Really did. Still do. And, but the night before Thanksgiving, what do you guys eat for dinner when you're making all your sides? Sometimes I would get pizza, have pizza delivered and have some pizza, and then you could have it tomorrow in the morning, like for breakfast, because I do have pizza for breakfast sometimes. What do you guys eat when you're preparing for a holiday meal? I don't know in the private lines. Well, I think all of are you talking back in the day, Kathy? I don't even know, why did we have party lines? Was it, and what does party line even mean? Oh, I love the raw dressing, Lori. I love it. Because, we didn't put egg or anything in it, so you could. Okay, what I used to put, mine is very traditional. It's nothing great. It's just, okay. I used to dry out a whole, my gosh, you guys, I'm going nuts. I almost said I used to dry out a head of bread. Really, Daveda? Really? A head of bread? I was thinking a head of lettuce. A loaf. You guys, what is happening to me? What is happening tonight? Is it a full moon? Is it? Just tell me now. My gosh. A loaf. I used to dry a loaf of bread. Okay. Then I would crush it all up. Not crush, you know what I mean. And then I would put well, at the time it was cans. They didn't have the kind of containers they have now, but I would put cans of chicken stock, okay? And then I would put celery and onion, cut it up real good, and put salt, pepper, a little bit of salt, not too much because the chicken stock had salt, it was salty. A little bit though. And then pepper, and then oregano, and thyme, and some sage, and the all the spices, like that, and then mix it all up, and then butter, and then I would melt butter and put the butter into it as well. Oh my gosh, nothing better than stuffing. Hi, Daveda. Hi, Susie B. How are you, sweetheart? You just happened on. Well, I'm glad. I cooked all day and had Taco Bell tonight. Yuck. Just didn't want much and it was easy. We had tacos because I had ground beef already. And I'm having like I said, I made it last night, and I deliberately kept enough so I could have it tonight. So I'm gonna make a taco salad. And then I will continue with my decorating because, you guys, I want to get done because I have other things to do. I have to order the grandkids stuff for Christmas, and I have to get my DIYs done. I have 2 decor DIYs coming up, so look for those. But then I want to do my fake bakes because I do have a few of those I need to get done. And then I have to go to the post office because I have to send out some ornaments that I got some people, so I have to get those out. Oh my gosh, you guys, where does the time go? You know, I think to myself, oh, I've got time, I've got time, I've got time. I'm not kidding you. Hold me to this. Next August, I'm going to start doing Christmas DIYs. So help me. I'm sick of this because before you know it, the time is here. The time has come. I'm pretending like I'm Lucille Ball when she's getting ready to give birth to Ricky. But I keep thinking I have all the time in the world. Well, no, you don't, numbnut. You don't. Look, every year you go through this. And then I'm like, oh, crap. I have so much yet to do. And I always like to just have a good time and be done. That's why I always like decorating early, because then you can do your DIYs, you can have your parties, you can, bake, and all your house is decorated and you're all done. Because I want to have a few of my friends over this year because I haven't done it since Tanya passed away. But I'm thinking about doing it this year. But one of my friends has Alzheimer's and she's pretty bad. So God love her, she won't be here. But my 2 other friends, and you guys met Terry, she'll be one of them, and have them come over and I'll make dinner. And then they always bring sides, and then we bring a ornament or something and exchange. But I want to do that this year. So, yeah. You know what I mean? You couldn't believe how long it took you today to cook. I wanted to slow as molasses. I'm telling you, I guess it has to be my age. It has to. Because we all still have, like I said last night, we all still have those 24 hours. All of us, we all do. So why is it that those 24 hours that I've had all my life not be enough? Why? Why? I'll tell you why. It's because I'm old and I don't know. I guess I just don't go as fast. I don't know. It's bizarre to me. My other grandmother from Canada had great stuffing recipe also. Ooh. That's weird, Denise. My on my dad's side, they were from Nova Scotia and then they moved to Boston and they were in Middlesex. And then when my dad was growing up, he lived right in front of Harvard. And they had a big Victorian house in Boston, Mass. So I had family from Canada as well. Wouldn't it be weird if some of us were related and we didn't even know it? And that is not that far-fetched. Because you know what? Princess Di and Charles, they were related way, way back. Way back. Isn't that weird to think about? I feel that way too. I used to have my house cleaned and organized. Now I can't get it all done. I start hurting when I vacuum. I know, Kathy, I'm telling you, it does take longer to do everything. But I was listening to a lady today on YouTube this morning before I got up. And her husband just passed away, actually. Dang, I wish I could remember her channel. Doggone it. I just found her recently. Shoot. Something about being over 60, life over 60. I think it's Life Over 60. Well, anyway, she is so wise. And she was saying that the most important things in life aren't always things, but being kind and letting people know that you care for them and getting in touch with them just to let them know that, you're thinking of them and all that. And I was thinking to myself, and it's so true. When you really think about it, the things that really mean something and that you're thankful for, yes, it's nice to have nice things. It's nice to, go to nice places. It's nice to, have nice vacations. Of course, that's all nice. But the bottom line is to really have friends and people that that care about you and that you care about, and to let those people know what they mean to you, and when they also reciprocate in the same way. And when she was saying that today, I thought, it's so true. I mean, it really is. And she's 80, I think she's 84 now. And she said, you wonder, where is the time gone? Well, each of us that are in our own stage of life right now, whatever our age is, you look back on that and you think, my God, where did it go? And in your mind, you're still that person that, usually in your mind, you're 20, 30 years younger than what you really are. And like she said, which I agreed with, she said, it's just a number. As you get older, really, it's just a number. I mean, yes, our bodies start to show it and all that. But in our minds, we're still a certain age. And I don't know. I mean, she just made a lot of sense as I was listening to her today. And you're right, Denise, the time has gone so fast. And you think to yourself, where did it go? I mean, it just seems like yesterday that my kids, and I'm sure all of you still look at it the same way with your kids. They're still your kids. They're your kids. I mean, they could be 50, they could be 20, they could be, 10. I don't care. Those are still your kids. You don't look at them as other people on the outside look at them. You know what I mean? And you think, how in the world can they be this age when I'm only 20? I'm teasing about that, but I always tell them that, But yeah, I mean, as you get older, the most important thing are friends and family. When you get down to the bottom line, the people that are your friends, that are your true friends, that really bring a positive in your life and bring love into your life and make you feel like you're important and that that you are important to them. And then, of course, your family. Those are the most important things when all is said and done. And when, like they have said in the past, which I agree with, you're not going to think about all that you acquired in life, meaning materialistic things. That's not what you're going to remember. You're going to remember those people that loved you and that you loved. That's what you're going to remember. And that's why I think it's so important, to stay in touch like these lives that we do, just coming on for a little bit like Nana Patty does and other creators, just to say, hey, how you doing? You're important. We love you. That's important, especially when some people are alone or they've gone through horrific situations or they're not in the best of health. To have someone that you can say, oh, hey, how you doing? And you see somebody come on. That's where social media has a lot of things that aren't desirable. Okay, I get that, believe me. But there are other things that are very desirable in the fact that people can have something to look forward to, if you will. So in that essence, I think that it's a wonderful thing. It's just what you make it. Social media is what you make it. Bottom line, right? Hi, Jelly Bean, how are you? And you're right, Denise. Sometimes, and she's right, sometimes For some people, friends are our family. And you're right. You're exactly right. 100%. And I don't believe that having friends that are virtual aren't real. You know, people say, well, it's not your real life. Well, I beg to differ. I mean, I have made some very, very close friends, and they are far from just virtual. And the people that are here, so many of you, I don't look at you as virtual. I think about you during the day. I think when some of you have things you're going through, and I'll think about it and I'll pray about it. And when I come on, you know, I see you. I mean, it's not just virtual. It's not. I mean, tangibly, can we touch one another? No. Physically, we can't touch one another, but we do touch each other in the heart. We do touch each other emotionally. And that can be emotionally in a good way or it can be in a bad way, depending on who you're dealing with. But I choose to make this channel, to make it so people know that they are thought of and they are cared about and that they mean something. And everyone that comes in here are very sweet for the most part to one another. You know, you get your trolls once in a while, whatever. But, you know, I mean, it's just, I think that it's a good thing. It's as good as you make it, you know? It was a long time ago. My next husband didn't like any of the husbands of my friends. He likes his opinion and himself best. Sorry, Kathy. You do, Kathy? Well, thank you. Social media is what you make it, Jelly Bean. It's exactly what you make it. And you're not late, Jelly Bean. I never am one to say when I'm going on, so no one's ever late. I had so many friends with my first husband. When kids were little, when he died, a lot of you don't know how to deal with you. Yeah, that's true, because you know you were friends with both of them, and then it's like, okay, what? I mean, I experienced that when Tanya died with some of my friends. You know, they just kind of backed off, and you know, okay, whatever. So I just, you know, focused on the ones that were there. I can't believe how fast time has gone. Oh, I know. I need to make more of an effort to stay in touch with friends. Wasn't good at it. Then the virus hit and it got worse. Maybe a New Year's resolution. I really do think that all of us that have, I mean, our friends that are, you know, I mean, where you can touch them around us. I don't know what word to use. I don't want to say real because to me, you guys are real. So, I mean, they're all real. Some people don't look at it that way. I do, but it's important to still nurture the friendships. And I mean, the friends I've had for 25, 30, some of my friends I've had for, well, probably about 48 years that I still am in contact with. So, I mean, you always need to, like I said, because when Tanya died, I used to always, my house was the one. I had Oscar parties, I had Christmas parties, I had, for Valentine's, I had friends over. I mean, I really did a lot. I used to have a lot of parties. But when she passed away, I stopped. I didn't do anything anymore. And so I thought, you know what? I think this year I'm going to have a couple of my friends over. Not as many as I did in the past, but I'm going to have a couple of the ones that I really am close to come over and just have dinner. And, you know, I got them each a gift. And just spend the time, you know, the night with them. And just kind of bring that back. Hi, Dandy. How are you, sweetie? Dandy's such a sweetheart. she likes being with Nana Patty and all of us, and she's the youngest of the group, so we kind of just all kind of mother her, but she's such a sweetheart. She really is. Oh, good. I'm glad you took a nap. When I worked, I had tons of work related friends. Retirement really changes that. I'm still very close to my family though. Well, it's true, Susie B. Retirement does change. Although I'm not completely retired yet, as we all know. But there's certain people that I really cultivated very close relationships with when I worked at the grocery store, more at the grocery store than Hobby Lobby, in all honesty. I mean, I like the people that I work with, but I mean, I really had very close friends work, because you figure I worked there 18 years. So, and the strike, we all got very close because that was almost a 6-month strike. So a lot of us became very close in that, going through the strike together. But I think it's important, even virtually, the friends that you do make, that you keep that going. And that's why I like to do my little things every day for the most part. I mean, I might miss a couple days, but usually I try to do every day, just to let people know that I'm thinking about them and send them a positive message. Because if you're positive, you're going to get positive back, right? If you're negative, you're going to get negative back. That's just the way it is. And it's just what you choose to do with it. Well, we're grateful for you too, Dandy. You're a sweetheart. I've lost 3 friends this year. The last was my sweet neighbor a few weeks ago, and the first 2 were like second mothers. Oh, Denise, that's so hard. I lost my friend. She was in 6th grade, I was in 5th, and we were friends all our lives. And she's the one that made me my quilt up in my craft, and you guys, some of you have seen that. And she wasn't feeling good, and she tried to talk to the doctor, and the doctor said, okay, we'll do a stress test on you tomorrow. That night, she said to her husband, she goes, I don't feel good. She goes, I feel really bad. She goes, I got to go to the emergency room. She was sitting there waiting to get in, to go into a room, and she died in the chair. You talk about a shocker. We were friends from 5th and 6th grade, and she passed away 6 years ago. Oh, thanks, Jelly Bean. Yeah, I mean, and like I said, my other friend, the 4 of us used to hang out all the time because we all worked at the grocery store. And she got Alzheimer's, and now, like I say, she's pretty bad. And so now it's the 3 of us. And as time goes on, you start losing these friends. And I remember my grandmother, and, she had a couple friends left, but I mean, the majority of them were gone. And that's where I feel thankful for social media, because we have this also. So, like Denise was saying, she lost 2 women that were like mothers to her, and then she lost a friend. So now she has social media where at least, I mean, it's not like tangible where, you can have them come over. Hey, come on over, but it's the next best thing. I mean, I'd rather have that than nothing. You know what I mean? And it's people that you can talk to, and you can tell your feelings to, or you can say, can you pray for me? Or, I'm feeling bad today, whatever. I mean, whatever. And, when people aren't feeling good, sometimes they'll say, oh, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to bring anybody down. Well, hey, in real life, I mean, when we're not feeling good, when all of us get together, that doesn't change anything. You're not feeling good. You're having a bad day, or whatever the case. I mean, if you're friends, you're taking those friends, the good with the bad. If you can't do that, you got to wonder what kind of friend you have. If they can't accept the good, the bad, and the ugly, because that's a real friend. It is, Jelly Bean. It is a warm, cozy group. I love my subscribers. I love them. And I'm thankful, that I have them. But we all have hurts, we're all going through things. And no one's hurt is worse than another's. We're all, you know, everyone's feelings is just as important as the next one. No one's better, no one's worse. Hurt is hurt. Pain is pain. Loss is loss. No matter who you are. Your stepson is in the Air Force. He has been in since 2004. He was home and had to go back. He didn't want to because of all his friends have gone out. Oh, how long does he have to stay in there, Kathy? So I wonder, Denise, because they were in, what part of Canada were they in? Hi, Nightmare. I'm just going back. I'm sorry, I just saw you. Oh, I do, Nightmare. I definitely do. I do care about my subscribers. I really do. And if you don't mind, can you get those thumbs up for me? Whoever's in here that didn't. Now, I may have people watching that don't care for me. And if you want to give me a thumbs down, that's okay too. Just give me a thumbs one way or the other. Appreciate it. In Quebec, okay. Mine were in Nova Scotia. He has a couple years to retire from the Air Force. Well, we just pray that he stays safe until he gets home. Yes, we are all equal. No one's better than the other. No one's worse than the other. And life is painful. And one's pain isn't any worse than anyone else's pain, Pain is pain. Loss is loss. Sadness is sadness. Happiness is happiness. And when people have something good, we all celebrate that, Some of my friends have moved away, like in different provinces, state, or country. The friendships quickly fades away. I find this difficult and unfortunate. Yes, it is true, Nightmare. I've had, oh my gosh, you talk about people leaving in California. Oh, I mean, it is crazy how many people have left California. And I'll be honest, if my kids didn't live in California, I'd be one of them as well. But since my kids are here, what am I going to do? Move into another state when my kids are all here? But you're right, when people start to leave the state, or, well, I mean, for that matter, people will leave work and they'll go to another state, which they have been doing lately. Oh, I'll come back. Oh, you'll see me. You'll hear from me. And I go, no, I won't. No, I won't. I know I won't. Because when people move, they start acclimating into wherever they're moving to, and then they make friends there, and then you become just kind of a memory a lot of times. And once in a while you'll hear from them, but for the most part, that's what you are. You're a memory. And you still could be a good memory, but at least with social media, then you can stay in contact to some degree. But yeah, it's sad. Moved to Florida. Yeah. My cousin is moving to Florida. We grew up together, even though it's not really far. I'm sad. Yeah, my sister-in-law, we were very close when she lived here, and our kids were little at the time. And then they moved to Texas, and again, they started their life there, and it just was never the same. And it's very sad. It's very sad. but you have to make the best of what you have. And social media has given us that platform to where you can make things better for yourself, in that whether you have a channel or you just go to channels and you find different creators that you like and that you feel you have something in common with, or a common ground, go for it. It gives you a sense of purpose, it gives you a sense of belonging, and everybody wants to belong. I mean, unless you're a hermit, or, like the Beatles song, The Fool on the Hill sees the sun going round in the eyes of, you know what I mean? Then you might want to be by yourself. I don't know too many people that want to be a hermit and not have any interaction. We weren't made that way. We were not created to be not having anyone in our lives. And so social media gives us that opportunity. And you can make social media a great thing, or you can make it a bad thing, or you can make it, a nightmare. But I choose to make it what I want it to be. And that is for people to feel welcome, and that they're cared about, that they're truly cared about. They're more than just a name that pops up. People do. People do. That one song that Barbara Streisand sings, people, it's true. It is it is true. And if you have friends, virtual or otherwise, you're very blessed. And that's all I'm going to say. Now I'm going to get off my soapbox. I don't even know how I got onto all that. But I am very thankful for all of you. Extremely. And I guess, you know what? And I didn't even think about that because tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So, okay, I am thankful. Let's all say what we're thankful for right now, and then we'll go. And I'll let you get back to what you're doing. I am thankful, of course, for my children, and of course, for my belief and being taught, to believe in God. I do believe in God. I'm thankful to God. I do believe in God. I'm thankful for my children. I'm thankful for the blessings that I have had in my life. And I'm thankful for all of you, for the friends that I have on here, friends that I have that are very important to me. Each and every one of you. I thank God for you. I truly do. And I just pray and I hope that all of you find that you are truly loved and accepted and wanted in my channel, and that I hope that we can just keep growing and growing, and just have fun. And sometimes things aren't going to be fun. Sometimes things are going to be sad, and we can rally around one another when things happen like that. Of course, we don't want that happening, but that's life. Things are going to happen, unfortunately. But as long as we know that we have one another to kind of lean on, or when you say, you know what, can you pray for me? Can you do this? Can you do that? That you have people that really, truly care. And you know what I mean? That you really are, you are important. And when I say those words at the end, I mean every one of them, every time I say it, and it's the truth. Oh, I'm not trying to make you cry, Elizabeth. I'm sorry. Oh, thanks, Susie B. I'm thankful for Daveda and everyone here, Susie B. I'm thankful for the family I will see tomorrow. Looking forward to spending time with them. You have that welcoming spirit, Daveda. Well, thank you, Jellybean. You're a sweetheart, too. I wish I could leave Illinois, Susie. I wish you could leave, too, if that's what you want. Your sister moved to South Dakota, where her husband is from, and since my parents are gone, she really never comes back. I went there quite often for a while. It's hard, though. I'm sorry, Kathy. But I'm always happy to see you here, Kathy. Lots of people moved out of Illinois. Nightmare. Nightmare's a sweetheart too. I think your subscribers care very much, Daveda. Thank you, Jelly Bean. I think they do too, and I love them for it. Thank you. My other stepson in the Air Force too is in Okinawa, Japan. Just trying to read everything. Hi, Thrill of the Thrift. How are you, sweetie? Oh my gosh. Usually it's me seeing you. How the heck are you, honey? Your daughter got married, right? A while back, didn't she? Thrill of the Thrift has a good channel too. She does a lot of thrifting. And don't you do auctions also, Thrill? I'll just call you Thrill. Denise, so are you. Nana Patty, she's in here. I'm doing good. I'm thankful for the abundant nature that surrounds me, the comfort of home gives me. Of course, my friends and family too. That's beautiful, Nightmare. And yes, you became a grandma on your birthday. Oh, how wonderful. Oh, that's great. Did you finally quit work, Thrill? Oh, you did. Good for you. Oh, see, Dandy knows you, Thrill. Dandy does auctions too. After I got COVID. Yes, I remember when you had COVID. I remember that. Yes, Nana Patty, all of those women there are very important to me. Lisa D, Nana Patty, Bitey, Dandy, Deb on the Move. Hi, Ladybug Toes. Muppets. Lisa D, Lisa H. Everybody on there. Hope I'm remembering. I hate to call out names because if I forget one, then I feel really bad. Anna Patty, Lisa D, Lisa H, Dandy, Deb on the Move. I'm trying in my mind's eye, trying to remember everybody. Bitey Cat. Well, forgive me. If I forgot one, forgive me. I'm trying to envision everybody in my mind. Oh, Jackie, see? Dang. That's why I hate calling people out, because if I forget one. Carol Boyce. All of those women are very, very, very near and dear to my heart. I'm so glad that everyone came in here. Ladybug Toes, I just love that name. Yes, Thrill, I won a contest of yours a couple years back. You won a contest from Thrill? I've known Thrill for years, Dandy. Yeah, there's a lot of them on there. I love all you guys. All right, I'm going to just say a prayer real quick. Father, I just ask you to be with everyone tonight and tomorrow. Father, for us in the states that are celebrating Thanksgiving, thank you for all the blessings that you've bestowed on all of us, different ways in our life, Father. Father, I thank you for every one of these people, every one of these women and men, Justin, if you're in here still, all these people that have shown so much love and support for my channel and to me. Father, I just ask you to bless each and every one of them and all of their family members. For the ones that are getting with family tomorrow, I just ask it to be a wonderful time and just a blessing to everyone. For people that are alone, Father, I just ask you to give them the comfort that only you can give, and that they can find some kind of solace and friendship in social media maybe tomorrow at some point. Father, I just ask you to be with every one of these people right now and just richly bless each and every one of them. Keep them safe, keep them healthy. Just keep your arms around them. Father, I ask you to just send your angels around each and every one of these people right now and people that'll be looking at the replay. Father, we thank you for everything that you've given us and the friendships that you've given us. I ask you now just to make this night a wonderful night and tomorrow a wonderful day. Father, we thank you, we love you, and it's in your son's name we pray. Amen. Guys, remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever, ever forget that. There's only one you, and you bring something to this world that nobody else can. And I thank God for that every day. Love you guys. You take care and you have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. And I may be on tomorrow night when I get home at some point. I love you all. You're the best. I want you to know that. Don't you forget it, okay? Love you. Good night.